Political camaraderie between KANU Secretary General Nick Salat and the KANU chairperson Gideon Moi is now rocky following the suspension of Salat by the National Executive Council of the Independence Party over alleged misconduct. The duo has been known to be on the front line of steering the political party matters, taking over from the late President Moi and his cronies. At a time when the Kenya Kwanza Alliance is dominating the political arena, is this the grand fallout of the KANU honchos or the beginning of the end of the party, with its chairperson seemingly fading away from active politics? NTV's Melita Oletenges tells us more.
Ikiwa katibu mkuu, tuko ndani kabisa, ndani.
It is the irony of what befalls the long-serving KANU Secretary General Nick Salat and former MP of Bomet constituency. A fleeting relationship with his boss, KANU chairperson Gideon Moi. But it wasn't always this way. In fact, it is a contrasting scenario for what has been in the public eye for years: political bromance. Both sons of veteran politicians, late President Moi and the late Isaac Kipkorir Salat, the first member of parliament for Bomet constituency. They have made a name for themselves in the political arena. But if the recent trail of events is anything to go by, Nick Salat seems to be falling out of favor with his boss. Speaking to the Saturday Nation, Salat blames KANU chairperson Gideon Moi of mismanaging the party. And I quote, "It is only a small clique of people who are still supporting the chairman. A majority of us want him to leave the party. He needs to step aside and allow for party elections. We are all interim since 2012. The current composition of the National Executive Council is also illegitimate and cannot purport to suspend me. There is no accountability in the party, even in how resources are used. It is a one-man show. Look at the number of elected members we have after the August polls. KANU is no longer a progressive party and the chair has to resign." End of quote. The formation of the One Kenya Alliance before its disintegration shortly before the 2022 elections was interpreted by political pundits as a comeback by KANU to the political arena after its dwindling popularity over the years. Nick Salat and KANU chairperson Gideon Moi were working hand in hand and even in supporting President Uhuru Kenyatta's presidency in the 2017 elections.
KANU of yesteryears is not the KANU of today. This is KANU fresh. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes.
And I said earlier, this is not my work, it's not the chairman's work, but this is God's work.
However, things seem to be tumbling down. A letter of suspension addressed to Salat by Moi dated 15th December 2022 notifies Nick Salat of his suspension pending investigation by the disciplinary committee of the party on grounds of alleged misconduct in an elected leaders meeting in Nakuru, going against the position of the party and violation of the party constitution.
It was resolved that we refer those issues to the National Disciplinary Committee for purposes of investigating the allegations that have been leveled against him.
The suspension of Salat comes as a surprise to many, since no cracks had been witnessed in his relationship with his boss beforehand. However, the suspension tells of more than meets the eye, coming less than 4 months since one of KANU chair Gideon Moi's former loyalist Tiaty MP William Kamket shifted his allegiance to President William Ruto. Melita Oletenges, NTV.